league. Brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. DeAndre Carter on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. First play of the game, first throw of the game. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact for that matter.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Flacco to throw. He'll look underneath and find 4. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. Gets to the edge at the 30. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
On the ground, it's the rookie who played in-state over in Columbus. He'll manage only a couple. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop. Second down and 8. Now Flacco. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down.
What a start to this game throwing the ball. I don't think the ball's hit the ground yet, Mike. He's 4 for 4. Now he's got his offense set up here early with 1st and goal.
This has been a solid opening drive. They're knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Ford. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's a handoff. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Trying to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Flacco. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
The last thing you can afford in this situation, Mike, is to take a sack. You don't want to go backwards and make the 4th down try that much more challenging. Keep the ball on the ground. Even if you come up short, you'd get another crack at it. And I think now on 4th down, if they do go for it, it's got to come through the air.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns are out to an early 3-0 lead.
They did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Burrow gonna open by putting it up. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They bring Chase in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He'll find Andre Yosivas. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals move out to a 7-3 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. To throw is Flacco. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Flacco. Quick throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. 12 yards there, and a 1st down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's 4. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. So after 1, it's the Bengals on top. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Second and a yard. Now, faking the give. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Here's a run, and he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A run now on 2nd down. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. Last drive yielded 3. They'd like more. Let's see what happens on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns are back within 1. It's 7-6.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Here's 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Taken in by Gesicki. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Now Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the ground, it's Brown. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Third and 5. Burrows from out of the gun here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll run here with Brown. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Here's Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the...
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
2nd down, Burrow. This one complete to Higgins. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third and long. To throw is Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And he'll give himself up after picking up the 1st down.
There's nothing worse than having to settle for a field goal when you're in the red zone. So they roll the dice here, they leave the offense on the field, and boy, does it pay off. Great job by the quarterback extending this drive with his legs, and he sets up 1st and goal.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. And they start in the best possible situation. It is 1st and goal. Burrow now. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and They got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. They'll try to run, and he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down. He'll open this drive on the ground with 4. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 20.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
One final throw before the break. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. A carry here for Brown. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They go play action for Burrow. You'll find Brown out of the backfield.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 11 yards on the pass there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. To the left side, caught by Chase. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. He is going to have a Bengals 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. There's that man again, another catch. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Here's Flacco to throw. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll have a 1st down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's 4. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
A run straight ahead, that's Ford. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Flacco. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target, and it's going to be 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They bring Chase in motion. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and There was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow, RPO, get it to Chase. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Third and a yard. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. A gain there of 27 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosibas. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Bengals.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it. He is in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Slot man in motion right. The drive starts with a carry by Ford. Not much room to operate there. He'll get only to about the 24. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Flacco. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
That one hauled in. It's complete. Give them 14 on that one. First down, Cleveland.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
Second down and 8. To throw is Flacco. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
That's good for a first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First and 10. Flacco. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for another Cleveland Browns. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. They give it, and it's 4. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
They'll run once more with 4. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up third and 9.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Now, faking the give. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there, or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On first down, Burrow. Open man is the tight end, Sample. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. They'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Brown. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. The Bengals out and ready to punt. Back deep, DeAndre Carter to return. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's Flacco. Going deep downfield for Judy. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down. Flacco to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
He's got his man complete. That's Judy. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a Browns first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one. They'll come up now for second down. Now they'll set up to throw. To his tight end, Njoku. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is no challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline. All second looks will come from replay, and I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call, and it is a big one. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Cleveland.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down, and it's an incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Here's Flacco to throw. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all three phases of the game and ride that to victory.